In this video, I'm gonna give you a tour of my at-home crypto mining farm, as well as tell you my crypto mining strategy both now and for after the Ethereum merge. And I'm also gonna talk about the crypto mining hardware that I'm still buying to expand my farm, so stick around. Warning, there are people pretending to be me in the comments and on social platforms. I'll never ask you to add me on WhatsApp or Telegram, and I'll never ask you to send me money, crypto, or your personal information. Alright, so please be careful, use your common sense, and don't let any of these imposters fool you. Alright, now back to the video. Hey, how's it going, GPU heads? Thanks for clicking on my video. 𝗧-𝗦𝗛𝗙𝗧 here, and in this video I'm basically going to be very real with you guys and share what my current crypto mining strategy is, well, both for right now and after the end of Ethereum mining, you know, after the merge to proof of stake there. And I'm also going to talk about what mining hardware I'm still getting, as well as share some advice for mining in times of lower profitability. But first, let me show you what my current crypto mining farm looks like, so let's get started. Alright, so first off, I have two almost identical 13 GPU 1660 super rigs here, and they are both mining Ethereum, getting just above 410 mega hash each. And then up here I have my mini rig, which has 53060s in it, and that's mining Ravencoin at about 120 mega hash, I believe. Although that is actually switched off right now because it just gets a little bit too hot during the day in here. Right, and I also got this rig, which is a work in progress. It is currently a 11 x 3070 rig plus one of my 3080s here. This is the 3080 12 gig version, and as you can see, this is also switched off now just due to the heat. And actually stay tuned on the channel because I got a massive video coming up on how to deal with heat, and it's gonna go through the actual math of figuring out just how to deal with your heat with, you know, extractor fans and intake fans and just everything you'll ever need to know about managing heat, basically. So subscribe if you don't want to miss that coming up. And here I've got sort of my temporary holding rig. It's kind of a temporary rig where I'm putting all of the cards I'm getting in before they can go in their, you know, proper rigs. It's got a 1660 Super, 1660 Ti, a 1660 regular, a 6600 XT, a 1650, and that's mining Ravencoin. Everything else in this rig is mining Ethereum. A 3060, a 3060 Ti LHR, a 3070 LHR, a 3060 Ti non-LHR, and three 3070s non-LHR as well. And as I said, everything in this rig mines Ethereum right now. Actually, I don't know off the top of my head the hash rate it's getting, except for the 1650 that's mining Ravencoin. Also got my super high-tech testing rig here with the mandatory motherboard on a piece of cardboard, and that's got a 3070 in it right now, although it's actually switched off, as you can see. Oh yeah, but here's the cool stuff, right? So here's the all-white RTX 3070 non-LHR rig, and that is getting about 380 mega hash mining Ethereum, of course. And then we got the Jas miner. Thank you, Jingle Mining, for sending that over to me. You can see my sort of comparison between the Jas miner and a regular GPU mining rig in my previous video. I'll link that up in the corner. And then of course I got the Octo miner, which actually, let me open that up so we can see what cards I got in there. Alright, so in here I got a 3090 Strix, and I then have the two A2000s here, which one is completely stock and one has the shunt mod by JKNG Ventures. And guys, if you want to learn more about the mod to get more hash rate on your A2000s, then I'll leave a link to my video about that up in the corner there, as well as in the description of the video. But basically, as you can see with the shunt mod, since the A2000 pulls more power through the PCIe port, basically I have it connected to a riser on the Octo miner. Yes, you can plug risers into the Octo miner, and the way I was able to do that is I swapped to the low profile bracket, which elevates it like up a bit, which gives room to put a riser underneath it, and then hooked up to the board on the Octo miner. The only thing is, to do that you need these kinds of X1 riser connectors where the USB cable goes forward rather than up, because it doesn't have room to go up under the riser there. Moving on, we then have the 3080 Founders Edition, a 6600 non-XT, another 3080, but this one is LHR. I then have a 3090 TUF, the stock A2000 that I mentioned, a 3080 Ti TUF, and finally a 3070 Ti Strix. And this whole rig mines Ethereum, and it's getting about 770 mega hash, I believe. And I'm actually waiting for another X12 Octominer that's gonna go on top here, where I guess most of these cards are gonna go. And basically, I'm kind of just hoping to eventually move all of my GPUs into Octominers because I really like them. Well, maybe except for these white ones because they look pretty awesome as they are. But yeah, hoping to move everything into Octominers eventually. So because I know some of you will be super curious, let's have a look at what the profitability currently for my whole farm is. So I filled in my hash rates here. I'm getting around 3,850 mega hash on Ethereum at 8,100 watts. And then on 𝗧-𝗧𝗏, you know, Ravencoin, I'm getting 120 mega hash at 750 watts. So let's hit calculate and see what we're making. And yeah, as you can see here, after my power cost of 10 cents per kilowatt hour, I am making about 36 bucks a day in terms of Ethereum and $1.37 in Ravencoin. And you might say that, wow, all of that for just 35 bucks per day. That kind of almost seems not worth it, right? And here's what you have to keep in mind, right? This is just if I sell the mined coin for the low prices that we're at right now. So I actually have a whole video about that whole concept. I'll leave a link to that up in the card there as well as in the description of this video. But in short, what I mean by that is, yes, it's only 35 bucks a day now. You know, if I take the Ethereum I mine and sell it at the price it is right now. But now let's say that instead of selling right now, I hold all of that Ethereum to sell at a later date where Ethereum is worth 3 times as much as it is right now. Then let's have a look. So right now it's $55.61 per day because that is what the actual Ethereum is worth before electricity cost. So let's see, 55.61, and then Ethereum being 3 times as much as it is now, so times 3. 166 cents and $83 per day. Now, of course, we have to take out electricity cost, which is about 20 bucks, so minus 20 bucks. And yeah, it's basically like making $150 per day if I just hold the Ethereum that I have now and sell at a later date. Now, I understand that for, you know, many people that isn't a feasible strategy. Some of us need to cash out every day to pay for the electricity that our mining farms consume. So even so, let's have a look at what that would be. So that would basically be, you know, I'm cashing out now at this cost to pay for the electricity. So that leaves me with $36 worth of Ethereum. So $36 and then times that by 3. So selling, you know, whatever Ethereum I have left after cashing out for power at a Ethereum price 3 times as high as now. And that would be still like making 100 bucks a day, which isn't too shabby of a profitability actually. So yeah, I'm happy with that. All right, so what is my mining strategy? Well, first off, all the Ravencoin I'm mining, I'm holding long term. And that is basically for a sort of long-term spec mine that I'm doing kind of as an experiment here on the channel, where I'm hoping to mine over 100,000 Ravencoin with the, you know, crazy hope that the Ravencoin will one day hit $10, making me a millionaire of it, basically. So that rig is kind of outside of my main strategy, which my main strategy is basically to mine Ethereum on all of my rigs, because Ethereum is still the most profitable coin to mine on all of those rigs. And I'm mining ETH using 2 miners and getting my payouts in Bitcoin, which I actually have a tutorial on how to do that if you want to check that out. I got a link to that up in the corner there as well as in the description of the video. Then what I do each month is I make sure to cash out enough to pay for the power cost of the previous month. And I actually have kind of like a smart meter setup going on for my farm, so I know exactly the amount of kilowatt hours my farm pulls in a month. And I also know the exact price for a kilowatt hour, including all, you know, taxes and fees and stuff like that. So every month I know exactly how much to cash out to pay for my electrical cost for the previous month. And basically I'm having to do that because, like I know many of you are, I'm in a situation where I can't afford to pay for my mining farm's power cost out of pocket. I have to cash out to pay for it. So after I've cashed out to pay for the electricity cost, what I do is I check how much I have left, and if the amount I have left is enough to buy another GPU, then I cash out enough to buy exactly one GPU, never more than one GPU. And if it's less than one GPU, then I don't cash out any of that. And if you're wondering what GPUs I'm buying, I'll talk about that a little bit later in this video. But basically what I do after cashing out to pay for power and potentially a GPU is I take everything that's left and I put it in my long-term storage. And then I pretty much forget about it. Because my plan for that fund is to basically let it grow a little bit each month to the point where the total value of it hits a specific goal that I have in mind, and that is when I will cash out all of it basically. So I'm not gonna touch that fund at all until the total value of it hits that goal of mine. And if you want to learn more about that part of the strategy and kind of like how that ties in with, you know, how to become a millionaire from mining, I'll leave a link to a video about that up in the card there, as well as in the description of this video. Now let's talk about what my mining strategy will be after the end of Ethereum mining. And first things first, it is crucial to me to know exactly how much hash rate and how much power I'm consuming mining different coins on all of my mining rigs. And if I ever hit a point where I'm mining a coin and it's costing me more in power than I would get in terms of coin if I just buy that coin for that power cost instead, aka not being profitable, then I will simply just shut off that particular mining rig. Because I have no interest in losing money mining if I could get more coin by buying it using the money I would have spent on electricity to mine it basically. So what I will do first and foremost is I'll keep a close eye on the profitability for all of my rigs every day to make sure that I am still profitable. And if I'm not, I will shut whatever rig is not profitable off. But as to what my actual strategy will be, it's pretty similar to right now. Every day I will check what the most profitable coin to mine on my rigs are. I'll mine that coin, preferably in a way where I can get payouts in Bitcoin. And yeah, then the rest is basically the same as it is right now. Cash out enough to pay for power. If I can, cash out enough to buy a GPU, and then save whatever is left in my long-term fund. So same thing. Alright, so what mining hardware am I still buying for my farm? Well, let's start out with the boring stuff. As I already mentioned, I am still looking to get more octominers in hopes that I will, you know, convert all of my GPU mining rigs into octominers eventually. And on top of that, I'm also working on a pretty awesome like permanent cooling solution for my whole farm. So I'll have a video detailing all of that, as well as like how proper airflow works and how to calculate that and all that stuff coming out. So subscribe if you don't want to miss that. And I'm also looking to buy miners that I don't think would be affected by the Ethereum merge to proof of stake. So for example, I'm looking to buy altcoin ASICs like the mini gold shell miners, because I think diversifying your farm into other kinds of mining like that can help you, you know, protect yourself against complete unprofitability. And if you want to learn more about that, I'll leave a link to a video I made on that up in the corner there, as well as in the description of this video. Now finally, what GPUs am I buying? Because as I did mention, I am cashing out each month potentially to buy a GPU, so which ones? Well, unfortunately the answer to that is I kind of don't know yet, because I'm currently in the middle of testing every single kind of GPU that I can get my hands on basically as many altcoin like coin algos as I can. And I'm basically doing that to figure out what will be the best GPU to mine all of the other coins, you know, after the end of Ethereum mining. And once I finally figure that out, you bet I'll have a massive video coming out called like the best GPU for mining after Ethereum 2.0 or something like that. So definitely subscribe if you don't want to miss that video, because that's going to be a massive video. But what I will say is that the cards I'll be getting will be the ones that are the most efficient on coin algorithms that are both ASIC resistant and used by multiple coins. So for example, once I figure out what GPU is the most efficient card for the ProgPow algorithm, you bet I'm gonna get a bunch of those cards, because that algorithm is basically used on a lot of coins like Ravencoin, SuperZero, and Firo. And my reasoning for this approach of getting cards like that is basically that if I get cards that are the most efficient on algorithms that are ASIC resistant, then theoretically my cards should always still be at least a little bit profitable on mining those coins, because there's nothing out there that can beat them, right? But that's basically it for the kind of hardware that I'm buying right now. But stay tuned for a summary of this video, as well as some final advice I have for you guys. But first, a quick word from our sponsor. Wattum is a complete Bitcoin mining solutions provider and the largest distributor of Bitcoin mining equipment in the United States. Wattum has got all your mining needs covered by offering everything from the latest ASIC miners to mobile mining containers and power transformers, as well as complete hosting services and full facility buildouts. Their team of over 100 mining experts has got you covered by offering exceptional customer service. They also offer installment payment plans, which makes getting into Bitcoin mining or scaling your existing mining operation that much easier. Check them out at wattum.io/seb or by using the link in the video description. Alright, so to sum this video up, my mining strategy for now and after the Ethereum merge is pretty much the same. Mine whatever coin is the most profitable, cash out each month to pay for electricity, as well as cash out enough for another GPU if I can afford it, and then save the rest in my long-term holding until the complete value of that fund hits a personal goal of mine. I'm looking to buy the most efficient GPUs for some of the more established coin algos, but I'm not sure which ones those are yet, so I guess stay tuned, right? And I'm also looking to buy other mining hardware, namely more octominers to move all my hardware over to octominers, and a more proper, crypto mining farm cooling solution. And finally, I'm also looking to buy, altcoin ASICs and other kinds of miners that I don't think would be affected by the Ethereum merge to proof of stake. And I guess my final advice to you guys is to sit down and write out a mining plan for yourself. Now, make sure that this plan accounts for any level of profitability so that it works for you, no matter if the profitability is really high, kind of low, or even if it's non-profitable. Make sure your plan covers all of those situations basically, and also make sure you stick to that plan. However, also make sure that you're allowing yourself to adjust that plan if need be. And if you want to learn more about setting a mining plan and a goal for yourself, then check out this video up here. But that's it for this video, and if you found this video helpful, then please give it one of these. And if you really liked it, you can now join the channel to help support what I do here. It really does make a big difference and it means a lot to me, so thank you. But what you gotta do now is you gotta click on that next video on the screen. Because this video is over, you can also click the picture on my face to subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate that. But yeah, go click on that next video and I'll see you there. Goodbye. Goodbye, bye bye.